Hi, you listen to Phil DeBella, and this is FlashCast by PDB. Today I want to talk about moments over possessions. So let's embark on measuring our life. Life is measured in moments. Life is not measured in possessions. If you listen to FlashCast by PDB regularly, you'll hear it come up probably every edition. Life is measured in moments, but it's certainly not measured in possessions. I get asked, what do I mean by that? So I'm going to do a bit of a flashcast on it. And, and hopefully many people are on the same wavelength. But let me start by saying that I always benchmark things. In terms of money, it's a resource. Money, time, people, they're all resources. So money, time, people, environment, tools, all resources. They all make up under the word of resources. So I certainly don't measure my life in resources. I measure my life in moments. How many moments can we create in life? There's a great poem called The Dash, D-A-S-H, The Dash. And it talks about on our tombstones, the date we were born, for me, 1975. Then there's a dash, and then the date we pass, which hopefully won't be for many years, God willing. Now that dash is what our life becomes represented for. The day we're born is clear. The date we die will be there. But in the middle is a dash, and that dash becomes our life. And I call that dash where the life is measured in moments dash. And what do we make our lives mean? And it certainly won't be born 1975, worth X amount of dollars, died, blah, blah, blah. Right? That dash stands for moments. So Flashcast is all about life is measured in moments. What does it mean? Let me give you some examples. Number one, to me, is all about treating yourself well and cherishing others. Because as we get older, we want to get smarter, we want to get wiser. The older we get, the more wiser we become because of the experiences we have. So the older equals wisdom, which comes from experiences. So, of course, somebody that's older and experienced more is going to be a lot wiser. Somebody who's young and experienced a lot will be wiser than somebody who hasn't. Wisdom comes with experience. Wisdom comes with age. So that's one of the reasons why I love talking to older people, is that they have so much, people that have done so much in life across personal, professional, and family, and are older, have amazing wisdom because of that formula right there. So ensure to treat yourself well and cherish others. Remember, as we get older, we want to get smarter, we want to get wiser, and we realize a few things. What do we realize? Well, that $30 watch does the same job as the $3,000 watch because they both display the same time. Whether we carry a purse or a wallet worth $30 or $300, the amount of money will always be the same. Or in this case, how big your credit card or your bank balance on your card is the same, no matter how much your wallet costs. Whether you drive a $50,000 car or a $300,000 car, the road and the distance is the same, and you'll eventually arrive at the same destination. Whether you drink a $10 bottle of wine or a $300 bottle of wine, the wine, the moment, is the same. If the house we live in is 300 square meters or it's 3,000 square meters, if you're lonely, it won't be any different. Remember that your true inner happiness doesn't come from material things. And it doesn't matter whether you're flying first class or economy class. If the plane crashes, you crash with it. Whether you're at the front of the plane, middle of the plane, or at the back. Now, these are all instances, situations, analogies that I use to keep yourself grounded, to remind ourselves of where we are. Of course, we love the bigger the house. We love flying at the front of the plane. We like the expensive watch. We like all that, but like it for the right reasons. There's nothing wrong with liking it. There's nothing wrong with wanting it. There is nothing wrong with desiring it, but desire it and want it for the right reason. Don't want it and desire it because your life is measured in possessions. Want it and that because it is an end that has created a journey. It's a destination that is achieved because of the journey that you have traveled. So liking it or not liking it is not a problem. Wanting it or not wanting it is not a problem. The intention behind wanting it or liking it is where the importance is. Life is measured in moments. Life is not measured in possessions. So I hope you understand that when you have friends or talk to someone, that it's about true happiness. When you have friends in your life, when you talk to somebody, it's about your intention of wanting true happiness for that person and for yourself. And that word, happiness, doesn't get explored enough. Happiness is all about a feeling of contentment. Happiness is all about different things to different people. Nobody can ever truly be happy with possessions. It's a temporary happiness. It's a temporary emotion. It's not about contentment. It actually, studies have shown that the more we have as possessions, the more we want, which means we never reach that stage of true happiness because we never get to a stage of contentment. It's always about what's next. So you'll often find the person who has less is happier. Why? It's not a cliche. Because they're contented. The secret to happiness is contentment. And what studies have found is that if you're a what's next, that you never reach the stage of contentment. So one could say that you never reach true happiness. Happiness is what we're about. Having people in your life, having someone to talk to, having friends around you is all about creating your true happiness. And in return, them creating their true happiness. Now, there's 5 undeniable facts that I took out of reading a book recently from Viktor Frankl, Man's Search for Meaning. And these 5 things it talks about. Do not educate your children to be rich. Educate them to be happy. So when they grow up, they will know the value of things, not the cost of things. So it's important that we talk about the value of something, not the cost of it. It's not about the $300 bottle of wine. It's the story behind that wine and why you value it. Whether it's a special trip, meeting the winemaker, making the wine yourself, whatever the value is to you, not what the cost is. Eat your food as medicine. Otherwise, you will need to eat your medicine as food. Understand that what we put in our mouths is a form of medicine. And if we don't look after what we eat, and having lost so much weight years ago, I understand this firsthand, how important it is that eat your food as medicine. Otherwise, we're going to need medicine as food. And that is not a position we want to be in. Number 3, whoever loves you will never leave you. Even if he or she has 100 reasons to give up, they will always find one more reason to hold on. Now, you need to give them a reason to hold on, because you can't keep expecting people to come back if you don't give them a reason to hold on. But remember, whoever loves you will never truly leave you. Now, that doesn't mean that they will break off ties. It doesn't mean that you won't hear from them. If they truly love you, they will never truly leave you. Even if you don't see them for 2, 3 years, 4 years, whatever it is, if you need them or they know you need them, they will find a way to come back. 4, there is a big difference between being human and a human being. And this is something that Viktor Frankl talks about. There is a big difference between being human and a human being. Being human is all about you taking responsible, being a better person, being a good person. Human being is just about existing. We don't want to exist, we want to live. We want to live, therefore we want to measure life in moments, not in possessions. 5, if you want to go fast, you will go alone. But if you want to go far, you must go together. Think about that. And I'm guilty of this years ago when I was building a company and things were moving at 100 miles an hour. Everything was about what's next. It was about going fast. But often I'd turn around and I was alone. I learnt that if I want to go far, I need to go together. I need to bring everybody on the journey with me. And then you're truly there. You are supported. You have the people around you that help you be your best you. You have the people around you to be able to say, my life is now measured in moments, because I can create amazing moments with the people around me. And of course, for myself, with myself. Now, I hope it's helped you understand the concept of life is measured in moments versus life is measured in possessions. Get a pen and paper and write down the things that will help you create amazing moments, that will help you come back to generate pure happiness, which is contentment. Remembering that life is measured in moments, life is not measured in possessions. You've been listening to Phil DeBella, and this is FlashCast by PDP.